welcome to our bowl preview show. This is the usual crew of Heading Back to the Window with Scott and Scott. I am Scott Steen, lead handicapper over at winnersandwhiners.com, and I am joined
by Scott Reichel, senior handicapper over winnersandwhiners.com.
If you're new to our bowl previews, I've been messing with Scott because we have 42 bowl games to do. I'd like to keep it a little fresh. So I've been throwing it to him at different spots in each and every bowl game preview. So don't blame Scott. It's not his
There's no
fault.
cue. I'm just guessing out here.
It's completely me being a dick. So Scott, we're taking a look at one of our favorites up on the Smurf Turf in Boise, Idaho, the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. I'm so excited. It's the Wyoming Cowboys traveling right next door to take on the Kent State Golden Flashes. Scott, Golden Flashes, best nickname in college football?
It's up there.
I like it.
I think the Chanticleers is a pretty good one, too.
Chanticleer is very good as well. Wyoming, 3-point favorite in this game. 58.5 is your total. Scott, Golden Flashes, they average 32.6 points per game. That's the good news. Bad news is they give up 35.1. Oh, not a good defense at all. This offense, they can cook, buddy. They are well balanced. They've averaged about 482 yards total offense, about 243 on the ground, 239 coming through the air. Marquez Cooper, Golden Flash running back, he's good. He's very good. 1,008 yards on the season. Now, this is a Wyoming defense that has been getting it done, giving up just 22.5 points per game. They give up under 350 total yards per contest. Kent State, their defense, God bless them, they try hard, but they cannot stop the run at all. They have given up almost 200 yards a game, 190.4. And their defense, Scott, they have surrendered 41 points or more 6 times. That's right. This is a bowl team. And it was also a team that played for the championship of the MAC conference. They have allowed over 500 yards 7 times. So that means one time they allowed 500 yards and not 40 points. That's impressive. Wyoming, on the other hand, very stingy. They will give up some yards, but their offense, very, very good. 195 yards per game on the ground, about 165 through the air. This is a run-first team, and they have been even better lately. They have concentrated on the running game, and they have averaged 259 yards per game in the last 5. Scott, I love Kent State, and of course, I love playing them in any kind of an over. But in this situation, I've got to play Wyoming. I've got to take the Cowboys minus the 3 points, and I will play the over 58.5.
Yeah, I agree about Wyoming. Just looking at the spot here, I really think it's a bad matchup for Kent State. Because Kent State can't stop the run, and all Wyoming wants to do is run the ball. So I think that's going to be a serious problem for the Golden Flashes. My question for you involving this game, which is kind of I'd say a secondary response, but I'm still curious. Are you into fading conferences in bowl games? Because the MAC has been awful so far in bowl games, and I am curious if you think
Northern Illinois was good.
They almost won the game. They got hosed, but you're looking at the other teams involved. I think Liberty's still scoring against Eastern Michigan. So does that concern you when it comes to looking at Kent State and realizing that even though they won a lot of games in conference, their conference isn't really good comparatively speaking? And that's been confirmed so far through the bowl games.
Yeah, it might come into play, but in this situation, it kind of works the other way, because you go, well, the MAC's not very good. Fair enough. Kent State still gave up 41 points a half dozen times. So, yeah, it means that they're giving up yards and points to teams that aren't that good. So, sure, that has a bearing, I think, more than anything else.
I think my main argument is that if the MAC has been struggling in bowl games and we know that Kent State can't stop the run anyway, I would not be surprised to see a Mountain West team potentially roll over this MAC team. Wyoming might go for 300 yards rushing. And Kent State, even though they're an aggressive team and they go up tempo, we know Wyoming loves to control the ball. And I'm not exactly sure if you're going to see much of a difference between Wyoming's game plan and Northern Illinois' game plan in the MAC title game, which was play good defense, run the ball, go on a bunch of 7-minute drives, and you're still going to end up with 30-something points, 40-something points. But Kent State's just not going to have the ball that much.
Yeah, now does that scare you with the total? Are you still on the over here?
It does, but I can't take an under in a Kent State game where the total's in the 50s. So I'm obligated to take the over. But I
Yeah.
am a bit concerned if Wyoming is able to milk 8 minutes off the clock and then kick a field goal.
Well, I will say you talk about that Northern Illinois game, and that's exactly what Northern Illinois did, is they were able to run the ball for 266 yards and 41 points as the game landed 64. Now, it didn't go over the 75 and a half, but it did go over the 64. I think this is a lot like Army, where your first inclination is to bet the under with Army because they run the ball, but they run the ball so well, and the other team is
You might
so
break a
poor
couple.
at stopping it that your yards per play are still right up there. And yeah, like I said, you're gonna break a couple. So yeah, I'll take the over here as well. You're on the over.
Yeah, we agree on the same thing. I can't go
All
against
right.
Wyoming in this spot. I want to because I love Kent State. I find them entertaining. It's such an awful matchup for their defense. I think they're just going to get torn to pieces.
All right, fair enough. That's going to do it for our preview of the famous Idaho Potato Bowl. Make sure you stop by and check us out. We're doing, like I said, all the bowl games. Next up will be the Tropical Smoothie Cafe Frisco Bowl featuring UTSA and San Diego State. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for checking us out, everybody. And yeah, good luck on all your bowl plays. We'll see you.